More shenanigans and skullduggery afoot in Ireland. This time it's the turn of Westmeath, and they've upped the game on the crime front here. They have moved from simply beating people with their fists and feet, maybe even stabbing them with a bladed implement. This one's moved up to a shooting, at least an attempted shooting, that took place at a Westmeath home in broad daylight yesterday afternoon, yesterday being Monday. Excuse me. Here's the bottom line. I've got a video for you here. A lot of people have seen this video. A lot of people have sent me this video. And obviously, the story's doing the rounds. It's just really details are coming out tonight. So I'm sharing it with you. And of course, feel free to cut and paste this clip, send it to whoever you want. Dump it into your WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, whatever groups, email lists, send it to people you love, send it to people you hate. I don't know, just let's get the word out there. And there'll be a video clip here that I'm going to play as well. And also a little sneaky still of one of the alleged perpetrators who was captured and pinned down by one of the people that comes bolting out of the house that you're just about to see. But anyway, just as a little backdrop here, two teenagers remain in Garda custody after the incident, the famous I word, the incident. I'm just wondering if the word incident was to be removed from the vocabulary, what would they call these things? A happening or a coincidence, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So the incident happened on Monday afternoon, and it was captured on CCTV, which is what we're going to have a look at now. And this is out in the public domain, so I don't think I'm breaking any laws by sharing it on here. And of course, alleged, etc., etc. But yeah, you can see the background to what happens. So here we go. Here's the likely suspects. Just worth noting that this is supposedly a homemade device that was discharged. I'm not sure if the guy who made it and discharged it knew what the hell he was doing. But anyway, after they discharged it, they bolted off. Now, if that was your house and you'd just been attacked in that way, probably you might duck for cover, maybe even phone the Gardaí, but not these guys. No, let's see what they do. What's that? Four of them at least go charging down the street after the two perpetrators, while this lady decides to just stand in the middle of the road shouting loudly. Now, help me out here. Growing up where I did and when I did during the height of the Troubles, there was a lot of things like this used to go on the streets of Belfast and Portadown and all over the place. And I would say the average person's survival instinct would be that if something like that was to happen on your doorstep, that you might run for cover or just run for your life rather than running out after these two hellions that did what they did at the start of the video, given that these people look like they're half dressed or barefooted and probably unarmed, not knowing what they're running after. But no, they bolted off down the street after them. So that was either very heroic or very stupid. But anyway, this is some of them filtering back to the house. So things quieten down a tad here, and then you'll find a few more stragglers making their way back to the house. He's away back out again. Bare feet. This woman's making her way back. She must have charged down the street after them. She eventually makes her way past this hedge. Looks like an older woman. But anyway, in her night shirt. But anyway, she's been down the street and come back. So this here that you're about to see apparently is one of the alleged perpetrators who was chased down the street by one of the people that ran out of the house. The big guy in the white t-shirt, that's him pinning the guy down, still wearing his sunglasses and with his hood up, so you can't make out any features there whatsoever. Could be a mask for all I know. But anyway, that happened. This is in a local shop shortly after that happened. So very dramatic, action-packed afternoon in Westmeath. So the details are, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Here's some of the details here. So the Gardaí have arrested 2 teenagers in connection with a shooting in a residential area of County Westmeath. A number of shots were discharged in the Ardley Park area of Mullingar at around 20 to 2 on Monday afternoon. And thankfully, no injuries were reported. 2 men in their late teens were arrested on Tuesday. That's today. So they've just been arrested today. The pair are being questioned in County Westmeath. Gardaí are appealing for anyone who was in the Ardley Park area of the town between 12:30 and 2:30 on Monday who may have witnessed the shots being fired to come forward. So, thankfully nobody was hurt or nobody was killed, but it could have been a fatality we're dealing with here, especially if the thing was discharged indiscriminately into the property, maybe through a door or through a window. Somebody could have been standing at the other side of that, could have taken some flak and could have been unalived. So thankfully, there were no fatalities in this case. So a little bit more details here. The teenagers were arrested, fired at home in broad daylight in Mullingar. Incident involving a firearm. Thankfully, no injuries. 2 males in their late teens were arrested and detained pursuant to Section 30 of the Offences Against the State Act 1939 at a Garda Station in County Westmeath. And lastly, the 2 suspects whose faces were covered and one of whom was carrying a so-called slam bang device are seen approaching the house at approximately 1:38 p.m. The suspect holding the slam bang then walks into the driveway while his accomplice waits on the roadway. So there we have it. Stepping it up again a notch when it comes to weapons of choice for these assaults here. You can make of this what you will. Are you in that area? Do you live in and around Mullingar? It looks like this could be a feud, maybe. There's so many of these feuds going on at the minute. There was one in Cork. I saw clips last Friday of a group that ran into an estate with like ice hockey sticks, hurlings, everything, big hooks, wrecking people's houses, wrecking people's cars, charging in and out of the estate, a feud. And we've covered so many feuds here over the last few weeks. Sadly, some of them have resulted in fatalities. Is this another feud? Are you a Mullingar resident? Are you concerned that they could come knocking at your door? Imagine they got a case of a mistaken address and used the old slam bang on your property. So either way, let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But for now, I'm Rick Munn, and this is No Risk, No Reward Media, and I am over and out.